Welcome to Bartell Business. I'm Andre Bartell, your host. And today, like always, we got somebody special. We have Brook Banham from Sketch Battle. And he has a very fascinating story. Brook, tell us about your story.
Well, that's I've lived in Detroit for 10 years, firstly.
Okay.
So I'm new to the city. But I was born in Texas, and then at a young age I moved to England, so I spent most of my life in England, moved to America in 2004. So I've had a little bit of international experience going to college in England. And then coming to America, I got into the world of design, and I started design and started working in San Francisco with consumer electronics and shoes. I'm designing a bunch of shoes.
Shoes?
Yes, sir. Yeah, shoes. Yeah, it is. It's really, really fun. And then the Great Recession happened in 2008. So I went back to Texas for a couple of years, and then 2010, I decided to move to Detroit because Detroit was on the way up.
To the Motor City.
To the Motor City, and I'm a car guy also.
Oh,
I'm a car
okay.
guy. So I wanted to get back into the car world, and so Detroit was the place. It's a departure from the shoes, and it's also a departure from the consumer electronics, which was going on in San Francisco. So yeah, here I am in Detroit. And
So nevertheless,
loving it.
you are what they call a designer, an artist, a forward thinking. But what I really like, and tell us about your business, Sketch Battle.
Okay, Sketch Battle, it's tagged the Fight Club of Design. So what it is, it celebrates designers as athletes, because design is competitive, much like all of life things. But if we specifically look at design, it's competitive, particularly automotive design, which is where I come from, because these designers are trying to kick each other's butt to try to create the best sketch to get their project moved forward, to get a job. So whoever has the best sketch basically gets the best job and gets their thing moved forward. And so that competitive nature, you're looking over your shoulder or looking over and seeing your peers and they're drawing some stuff, and you think, oh, I need to beat that drawing, have a better drawing to get my project moved up or to get a better job.
Right.
So we celebrate that. And so it's this competitive nature, bringing that out into the public. And when I talk about public, that's another dimension, because what happens is this is normally done in super secret. Car design is normally in super secret, behind super locked doors. So this is an opportunity to showcase professional designers out in the open. The public can watch these guys and women sketching live automotive stuff, which is a rarity. You don't see that. And in a competitive state and in a competitive environment. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. But there's one tagline I want to mention. Not tagline, but one, the business, the elevator pitch would be something like, so art schools. Right. Normal universities, they compete through sport, active physical sport, football, basketball, those sports. But art schools have no way to compete.
Correct.
Because they don't have sport teams. So there's that business opportunity that's just the school level, but that same opportunity exists with designers, and there's no, so this is a chance for designers to compete head to head. So, but there are many other elements to this, but that's it in a nutshell.
Well, I think one of the most fascinating things that hit me more so than anything else is that the Sketch Battle really focus upon footwear.
In this case,
shoes.
yes.
Yeah, that's a what? How many $1 trillion, $1 billion business in terms of the actual designs?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what made you go with the footwear?
So we're transitioning over to footwear because it's a much bigger market than automotive.
Okay.
I mean, there's way more people interested, and we can capture a bigger audience designing sneakers than cars.
So more people got more feet than there is cars out here.
Well, okay, not to mention how many shoe companies are there.
Yes.
And so how many different styles of shoes are there? Right. They appeal to all these different people. Firstly, okay, one of the things I say as a designer is, if you want to become a successful designer, if you learn footwear design, that you're always guaranteed a job, because there's always, even if the times are bad, there's always a shoe design job, because there are so many shoe companies, and I'm just talking about sport companies right now, Nike, the Adidas, the Pumas.
Right.
There's so many sports, firstly. I mean, soccer, football, tennis, basketball, and that's just, there's golf, there's hundreds, there's many sports.
Right.
So they have to design new shoes for that sport every year, times 4, there's 4 seasons. So that's each sport, 4 seasons, and there's multiple different price points. So there's hundreds, if not thousands of shoes that have to be designed, and that requires a lot of designers. And I'm not even talking about the colorways.
Right.
And so there's so, and then I'm not even talking about the different countries and regions, Europe, Asia, South America. So there's a massive need for footwear designers.
Right.
So if you ever want to be, so that's, and so okay, now how does this, I was originally doing these sketch battles for automotive.
Okay.
But automotive design and footwear design are very synonymous. Firstly, they both have rubber soles. Okay, well, apart from that level, the silhouettes are similar.
Okay.
If you're a good car designer, you will be a good shoe designer, vice versa, because the lines of sport shoes are that kind of sporty look, speedy look. So when Nike goes to look for designers, they will go to the car design schools first.
Oh, yeah?
They will go to the car design schools first. They will find the cool car designers and try to hire them.
Wow.
So that's why the connection with my cars and now sneakers. So now the natural thing for me is to do sneakers, moving out of the car design.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? I think what's also, Brooke, that I think is also fascinating is that with your skill set and the level that you do business, you're also a teacher.
Yes, yes.
And you teach this stuff to, different students.
Yes, yeah.
So that's fascinating. How did you become a teacher?
That's a really good question. So how did they invited me to be a teacher. Okay, firstly, I specialize in sketching, and I'm a bad mofo sketcher. Okay. And so back to the competitiveness, they want a good sketcher to teach the kids, so these kids can do good sketches and get the best jobs.
Right.
So I'm a natural fit for teaching sketching, and I'm good with kids because I'm so immature myself. In the sense of I'm an older guy, but I feel like I feel like a kid, so I can get down and dirty with these guys.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking with Brooke, who's the founder of Sketch Battle. This is Bartell's Business, and we'll be right back.
Looking for a print shop that feels like home? At Digimax, we're proud to be family-owned and operated, offering top-notch service with a personal touch. From business cards to billboards, we print it all. Fast, affordable, and high quality. Need a space to collaborate? Enjoy our private conference room with free Wi-Fi. Grab a snack, sip on a beverage, and let's bring your vision to life. Visit us today, where great printing meets great people. Digimax, your full-service print shop designed with you in mind.
Welcome back to Bartell's Business. We're here with Brooke. Brooke, how do you pronounce your last name?
Brook Banham.
Brook Banham.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Yes. All right. Well, listen, we've been having a fantastic conversation with you, talking about footwear.
Fun.
And why footwear is a very wide open opportunity for somebody that really wants to go into business and understand that what it is.
Very true.
But also the artist natures that you do have. You got an event that's coming up too. Could you explain us to what that's really all about in terms of that battle?
Yes, it is. Okay, it's called Sketch Battle. Okay, and what it is, it's a competition where we have approximately 25 designers, and they range from ages 18 to as much as maybe 50 or something like that, maybe even older. And so they range from being undergrads to recent grads to professionals to seasoned professionals, because all of these designers, they want to see how they compete with their peers. An 18-year-old in college might want to see how he can compete with a seasoned designer, 40-year-old designer. Also, the older ones, they want to see if they can kick the butts of the younger ones. Because you still got to stay fresh no matter what, and you always want to push. So it's a wide age range, and they are all competing to win the champion belt, because as I said, we're Fight Club of Design. You get a big boxing belt,
oh wow, that's nice.
It's so fun. It's so fun. We have the vibe. Okay, what it is, it's like a sports arena vibe.
Yes.
There's people all around. So we have this big row of tables, and they're all lined up. In their workstations, a table. Yeah. Sometimes they have a computer. I can get into the details about that, but it starts with all hand drawing.
Okay.
Hand drawing, we always start first round. It's normally 3 rounds, but the first round is always hand drawing.
Okay.
Then we move it on to round 2 would be, you can take it into the computer or you can continue your hand drawing. Okay. And then the final round is final tweaks. But about the hand drawing, so the hand drawing is like hundreds of thousands of years old skill, and some people would argue that, computers, you're not designing with a computer, computer's doing all the work. I think it's very nice to have something old-fashioned like pencil and paper, draw it like that, and then if you want to take it into the computer, because the public who come and watch this event, they want to see somebody doing some physical work and not just typing on the computer and mousing. So that is why we have that hand drawing component, mandatory. So there's that element. Okay, the audience, they circle around and they watch these contestants, and the audience consists of designers, people who hire, executives, and also just public who are interested in seeing this. Also parents. Parents and young kids, they come and spectate because we want to inspire young kids that you can become a designer.
Right.
It's not an unobtainium job. And then parents have to see this as well. Some parents might say, my son ain't going to no art school. Well, sometimes if you go to an art school, you can actually make a nice bucket load of money.
Right.
So you shouldn't have those attitudes that like that. Okay. So we try to showcase that.
You know that's interesting, because that actually could be a launching pad for somebody's career.
That's
because
it.
you never know who's in the audience.
Yes.
Number one.
Yes.
And I would like to find out, how do one person qualify to be a part of Sketch Battle?
So they have to send in an application and show examples of their sketching quality and their thinking quality, because we can't just let anyone in. Firstly, it has to be entertaining, so we have to have some good art coming out.
Right.
But also, as I say, hiring bodies come in, representatives for these companies, and they want to see the talent.
Right.
So to maintain that and to be able to get sponsors, we have to have some certain quality of artists and designers in there to attract people like Nike coming in or people like General Motors coming in. So there is an entrance qualification thing. And so, as I say, we judge them on the quality of their sketches.
I have another question. If I'm self-taught, do I have to have a degree to enter? Or what? So
Absolutely.
Anybody can just...
Anybody can enter, even young people. It really doesn't matter. We don't care what history you have or anything. We just care about your sketches.
Right.
It really doesn't matter. We're judging purely on sketch. And so it doesn't matter if you have a degree or not. Some people will sneak in, I'm not meaning sneak, but like some 16-year-olds will have amazing skills. We won't know they're 16 until they come in. And hey, you've got the skills, so you have at it. So degrees are not necessary. And besides, young people these days are feeling like you don't need a degree anyway. You can learn it on YouTube and still be a success.
Well, I got another question. I got a full of questions, man.
Yeah, please do.
What you doing, man?
Please,
I have
ask
so many
away.
of them.
I'm all here.
I'm looking at the other thing that I'm curious is, how do you get your talent? I mean, do you actually go to the art schools, or you throw out a shingle, you put an ad in the newspaper, or you put something in social media, let you know, hey, this sketch battle is coming up. Would you have would you like to apply? I mean, how do you get them?
All of those. For example, low-hanging fruit would be schools.
Okay.
Because the schools want their kids hired.
Yeah.
So I just reach out to they already know about the sketch battle. They know a sketch battle's coming, and they tell their students, hey, students, you should go apply to be in sketch battle and compete. And some of you will get hired. So the schools send me students. The local colleges here, College of Creative Studies, Pinsol Lewis College, who I'm working with now for this particular sneaker sketch battle.
Okay.
And so they will bring me a bunch of students. That's like half the battle.
Right.
The other is we advertise, we make social media posts, and it goes viral within the online design communities because it now has a following. So what happens is they will see the Instagram post, and then they will share it. And then so from there it spreads and people find out about it, and then they apply to compete. So it's quite organic.
Once they apply, and then you get with your team of judges, and it's the elimination of all the applications down to 25.
Yes,
The
it
top
is.
25.
Yes, yeah. It depends on the size of the venue, and it's generally about 20, 25. Yeah.
So now I'm trying to find out how this thing goes because I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to be there at this next event.
Please, yeah.
So they have a certain amount of time that they have to complete their sketch.
Yes, absolutely. So we have timed rounds.
Right.
It depends on sponsorships on how we deal with these rounds, but generally speaking, it's 3 rounds. Each round is 30 minutes, so it's a 30-minute round 1, hand drawing, and then we have a break, 30-minute break, and then round 2, second round, and that's development. And then the final round is 30 minutes later. It's another 30-minute round, and that's where you fine-tune your drawings.
30 minutes, man. They
30
got to
minutes,
draw
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
fast,
But
huh?
you know what? Designers have to pop out sketches quick because the boss ain't going to be paying you $150 an hour for just like it takes you 3 hours to do a sketch. So you're expected to pop them out quickly, and that's what they teach in school.
Wow.
So that's part of the competitive nature. It's fast and furious, and one of the things I love about this, we preempt the contestants before they come in. We tell them what the theme is a week before because we want them to come in prepared. There's no point in letting them come in and surprise them like, surprise, we're doing shoes for an elephant, and they'll be like, what? You know, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. I mean, but we just don't want to throw them. We're doing golf shoes today. We tell them beforehand what the theme will be. Normally it's vague, like rugged or speedy, and then they practice.
Oh,
and
okay.
they
Well,
practice.
listen, man, I'm telling you, we're hearing a mouthful from Brook Banham about sketch battle, and we were right back with Bartell's Business.
Accomplished and aspiring entrepreneur. Did you know that real mentors do more than just give you inspirational messages? The right mentor can be the difference in your business, succeeding versus it going under. In his breakout business book, Through an Entrepreneur's Eyes, a collection of millionaire and mentee relationship case studies, business authority, master mentor, and author of Beyond the Bling, Donald Snyder masterfully put together a collection of interviews that helps new entrepreneurs and established owners alike navigate the uncertainty of following your dreams and passions through starting your own business. Get Donald Snyder's Through an Entrepreneur's Eyes, available on Amazon. Order your copies today.
Welcome back to Bartell's Business. I'm Andre Bartell, and I'm here with Brook, who is the founder of Sketch Battle. Brook, I'll tell you what, man. What you do is not only seem to be fun, but it's important for the next generation. And we talked about lessons learned off the air, but now that we're back on the air, tell us about what is it that you could leave someone else about the lessons you've learned, with this entrepreneurship journey.
Well, there's 2 things that come to mind. Initially, I would think about like the people, and we can talk about this a little bit more, but I just want to get these 2 ideas out. Firstly, you have to have the right people around you, people you can trust. But then another thing is just perseverance, and you just have to keep on trucking. And it's hard. It's not an easy job creating your own business.
What? It's not? I thought it was easy.
What? You're so silly. Well, okay. Some people would think that like that
Yeah.
until they try it, and when
Right.
they think, oh, I could do that. But then when they try, then they realize, oh my goodness, it is a lot of work.
Correct.
It's probably more work than obviously a 9 to 5. It's way more work, and you're always at it. And in fact, it creeps into your sleep. Doesn't
Oh,
it?
right,
Yeah,
right,
it really does.
right,
I mean,
right.
it's all encompassing all day long. You think about this stuff, eating, talking to your wife, talking to your girlfriend, your friends. It's all encompassing. So you better enjoy what you do.
You know what? That's interesting. I always say, and it's a motto that I have, and I say it pretty much almost on every show, is that 50% of success is showing up every day. You show up every day, you got a chance.
Yeah.
You know, most people don't fail, they quit. When they quit, they fail.
That's really true. Yeah, I'd rather have a few failures and then keep going.
Right.
That's how you maintain, and that's how you shouldn't be ashamed of some failures. In fact, it's part of the growth. You know.
You know, there's an old saying: if you do what is easy, your life would be hard. If you do what is hard, your life would be easy. So you got to do the hard stuff. You can't get away from that. You know.
No, it is hard graft, and it's. Yeah, I mean, financially, it's up and down as well. I tell you what, it's like I don't think I'm diagnosed medically as bipolar, but I might as well be. I am up and down. Like, oh, I just scored that nice client, but then down for other reasons.
Well, you know, that's the anatomy of a business owner. He has to go through that. There's nobody gonna stay on the mountaintop for long. As long as you're on that mountaintop, there's gonna be some peaks and there's gonna be some valleys.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's so worth it. And what was the other thing is, I would call them people. You have to make sure you have the right people.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot to get the right people. It's not easy to hire. It's so difficult. It's so difficult. No wonder a lot of places go through a lot of rotation of people.
Turnover.
It's very hard. And I still haven't found the perfect people yet. No, that's not right. I have, and I'm working with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just now I have a couple, but it's taking such a long time to find these people, and you have to have a good relationship with them and trust. And so the worst people are the suckers, the ones that suck the energy.
Okay.
You know, those ones, they might seem good at first, but then over time, it takes time to get to know these people, and then over time, you feel like they just are sucking the energy and not contributing much. And
You know, you remind me of a biblical scripture that, you know, that know them that labor among you. It takes a while for you to know someone. But this also has a mindset that individual, you know, has to be going parallel and think like you think. And it takes a lot of time going through those particular people to find out where their mindset is at. You know, and then you want to deal with somebody that have goals and objectives
Yes.
and want to see
Yes.
things prosper. So you have a challenging job, you know, and then artists is no easy thing, you know, to find that out. But for you to doing it, as long as you're doing it, what do you see the future of what you're doing?
Well, in terms of sketch battle, this thing, it should theoretically explode. I mean, it's not doing badly now, but
Right.
it should. This should be, we have plans of growth. Before COVID, we were exploding all over Europe. All over America. We were in San Francisco, New York City, Chicago, LA, we were at Vegas, we were in all of the cities.
Wow.
COVID happened, so that ruined it, so we have to rebuild now.
Right.
Our relationships. And my partner, he moved on to another business because of COVID, so now I'm on my own. So I'm working, so it's a little bit harder now.
Okay.
That's why it's taking me time to bring on people. But we'll start to explode again because it's already getting out there. We're expanding into shoes, which is another area of growth. So this, one of our sponsors, General Motors, they want to see this in different cities in America.
Oh,
they
yeah?
want to see it north, south, east, west. They want it in California. They want it in South, and they want it in East Coast and Midwest here. But and expansion into Europe. You know,
Okay.
they want to expand this into Europe. I want to expand it into Europe. It's a sport, you know. It's just like a
Right.
sport. It needs to expand.
So sketch battle is really a sport. Now, when you mention it as a sport, besides footwear, what else in automotive? What else do you see? By being sketchy.
I can. It really refers, so that's the beautiful thing about it,
Right.
because everything from architecture to fashion design, that all includes sketching. So it's and so, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm really focused on auto and shoes because those are my
shoes.
specialties.
Right.
I don't know a lot of fashion people,
Okay.
nor do I know a lot of architecture people. So it's harder for me to go there.
Well, we do.
Yeah, you
We
do.
know a whole lot.
Yeah. Well, hey,
Let's start the sketching now.
Hey,
I'm messing.
if you have connections in the fashion, let's go with it, baby.
Yeah,
Let's
my
go. I'm
producer and I were talking about that,
Yeah.
and that's something we probably want to revisit in the near future, because we're from that background. You know,
Yeah,
all of our
absolutely.
life we've been around fashion.
Yeah.
So that's really great. But I like the idea of it being a sketch battle.
Right.
That's what I think that's the key that we have to take away from this particular show, is that it's a sketch and it's a battle. And you don't find too much of that going out.
There's
So
nothing.
I can really see this thing really taking off.
Thank you.
Know, with the right people
yes,
around
yeah.
and the right sponsorship and how this thing is poised, it could really go. Do you have any final words for our viewers about Sketch Battle?
Yeah. Hey, you got to get yourself. We have one coming up in September 17th with the Detroit Month of Design. It's going to be at the Pencil Lewis College. So if you guys are interested, you should come on down because it is fun. And
Well,
it's
let me
great
ask you this.
networking. It's great networking
How
too.
can somebody get a hold of you? Give them your number.
My phone number is 415-845-1680.
Repeat that again.
415-845-1680. It's a California number because I moved to California.
Okay, yeah, glad you told them
I
that.
got 303 as well for that Google phone.
All right, listen, Brooke, thank you very much for being a part of Bartell Business. And we would love to have you come back on the show in the very near future and tell us your successes of how you're coming along in your entrepreneurship journey. So ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We have Brook Banham, that is the CEO of Sketch Battle.
Sketch Battle, that's right.
Thank you
Thank you.
for being a part of it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
My pleasure.
All righty.